One more thing about the Ah Soos being drills. This is one of the things Master Ted explained to me very clearly one night. I don't know, we've been training all day, he was a little tired, and if you knew Master Ted, he was very direct. He said, hey, don't spend too much time on these Ah Soos. Get it out of your head, these are beginning drills. And he goes, these are made for defense, they're only for training to learn the art in the very beginning days. You got to move on to other things. And he goes, and don't get hung up on the Fut Gas and the Numpis and the Choili Hos and the Dapkas. And what he meant by that was, one, he was tired of talking about it. So I took the news and I kind of just, okay. But he explained to me very clearly, Ah Soos are defense drills that you work with a partner and you're learning the art. Fut Gas, which I also teach 20 of in this class, in this curriculum, I have 20 Fut Gas and 20 Numpis. The Fut Gas are space and time drills. So you're still working with a cooperative partner. You're working on spacing and timing. And I'll explain that more as I start teaching Fut Gas in this series. But Fut Gas are about space and time, being in the right space at the right time. Numpis are about collision and rebound, where you don't block, you're literally dribbling the person back and forth. We do 20 of those. Choili Ho and Dapka and those lessons are really just fighting lessons. And so Ted calls them fighting lessons, where you just blend it all together. You take all that out and you blend it all together and put it into an actual fighting scenario. Those type of lessons you can use in a workout, and they do fit together and work. So do all the rest of them, they all work. But you got to know that Fut Gas is teaching you where to be and what time to be there. And then when somebody's throwing a punch in a workout, you'll learn how to get in the right spot at the right time and not give away your intent. So I wanted to say that about these. That's one of the things he went over with me one night, and I know he's a little tired. He was very direct. If you knew Master Ted, you know what I mean. Didn't mean to be mean. He was just very direct. And I know I was pestering him with lots of questions, and he was probably tired, but he told me that one night. And instead of asking him any more questions, I wrote what I just told you. I wrote it down in my journal. And that's how I teach them. It's written like that in my book. It says that very thing in front of each of those sections in my book. It says that. So Ah Soos are defense drills. Fut Gas are space and time. Numpi are collision and rebound. And some people call Choili Ho. I know Jimmy called them that too, because I know a lot of the first generation masters. I know them. I'm friends with Master Paul Borisov and lots of those guys. And they were called Choili Ho, and they were called Dapka. So that's not made up stuff. It's just Ted started calling all those fighting lessons. So that's what I call them. That's how I do it in my place. We call those fighting lessons. Jimmy just had different names for different styles of lessons that he taught. Also in our curriculum, we also teach Master Tim Cartmell's combat throws. We also teach Master Tim Cartmell's standing, grappling, and ground proofing, which if you really think about that is Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, every bit of that. Because Master Tim Cartmell is a high-ranked Jiu-Jitsu practitioner who learned from the Gracies. So we add that into it, because that's what Sansu is all about, taking what's good and using it, right? It's okay to add things to it, but don't start having competitions and rolling around the floor putting everybody in arm bars all the time. There's more to it. We're stand-up guys. Don't forget that. All right. Peace be with you. Salute.